Okay, so at the end of the last video, I mentioned something about the different camshaft that I got for this engine to try out. So, and it's sitting right back there on the bench. But what I want to do first is I want to get this camshaft out of there and get that one ready to put in. And then I'll talk about what that cam is and get ready to install it in here. And then we can what I'm going to do after I have it installed is I'm going to check the lift and duration on it, and I'm going to check the duration 4 different ways. I'm going to check the duration at 6 thousandths valve lift and 50 thousandths valve lift, and I'm going to check the duration at 6 thousandths tappet lift and 50 thousandths tappet lift. So let's get started. Let's get the intake manifold off, the damper, the timing cover, and all that stuff, and we'll get to work. Okay, so here's the camshaft that I took out of it just now, and this is the camshaft that I have to put in. So what this one was the non-HO roller cam. Okay, so this camshaft here is the mighty 50 HO camshaft. The next thing I want to just take a quick minute to talk about was how did I figure out that I probably had when I got this, how was I pretty sure that the cam was an HO camshaft? Now there's probably some other ways to tell, but in a minute we're going to zoom in on both of these camshafts and look at what it says down in here, right behind the cam gear. There's some markings here that I want to talk about just very quickly. Okay, so this is the non-HO camshaft, and to me that looks like an A ... right there. So probably if you see that, you've got the non-HO roller cam, and maybe that's something that you want, and maybe it isn't. But if we go right over here and look in the same area, I think that says ZE there, and I think if you're looking for an HO cam, you want it to say ZE there. And another marking that I saw there while I was searching for this cam was I saw some that said TE there. Now, I don't know what those came out of, but that might be a truck engine camshaft. That might be what that is. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure if you want an HO camshaft, you want the ZE to be seen there. Okay, I just gave this a good cleaning, and so let's get it over to the engine and start putting it in. Okay, so I got the cam fitted in, got the timing marks lined up, and the bolt torqued. Now I think what would be a good idea to do is to put the light checker springs in here, and I'm going to pressurize the cylinder with shop air to hold the valve shut while I've got the springs off. And then sometimes what I like to do is just give these a little bit of a tap with a socket, because sometimes the locks kind of get stuck in place a little bit there. So let's see. Okay, so this next part I'm going to be doing is kind of boring and tedious. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the lift and duration at the valve, which is, and I'll do that at two different ways. I'll do that at 6 thousandths and 50 thousandths. And then because the cylinder head is on, I can't get a dial indicator down here onto the tappet itself. So I'm going to take the rocker arms off and just put the dial indicator on the top of the push rod. That's not perfect, but for what we're doing here, I do not see the sense in pulling the cylinder head off and then having to buy head gaskets and all that stuff. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Two ways here, 6 thousandths, 50 thousandths at the valve, and two ways here, 6 thousandths, 50 thousandths at the push rod technically, but basically at the tappet. And then I'll just record this stuff, and then maybe we'll put it up on the whiteboard like I did before. Alright, so let me just do this, and then we'll look at the results. Alright, I got all the valve vents measured. Let's just start putting it back together, and then we can go over to the whiteboard and see what the results were. Okay, so here are the valve timing events that I recorded. So these events are at 6 thousandths valve lift and 50 thousandths valve lift, not tappet lift. Now, I'm sure some people are probably wondering why I'm so interested in this and why I keep measuring these values. Well, it's going to become apparent in a future video why I care about this. So, at any rate, these are the values that I recorded. If you see BTDC, it's before top dead center. ABDC means after bottom dead center. BBDC means before bottom dead center. And ATDC means after top dead center. And these are in degrees. And these are the durations. that I calculated from these values. And if you see a -6 there, that means rather than, it would be -6 degrees before top dead center, so it'd actually be 6 degrees after top dead center, in the same situation there. Alright, so that's what I got there. Now let's look at the values that I recorded at 6 thousandths tappet lift and 50 thousandths tappet lift. Okay, and these are the 6 thousandths tappet lift valve timing events and the 50 thousandths tappet lift valve timing events. And the thing I was really looking for here was I wanted to find out what the duration was at the tappet, because I wanted to see if in fact did I have an HO camshaft. And what I've seen of the online of the HO, most of the HO camshafts is that most people say they're like 266 duration on the intake and the exhaust, and they are about 444 lift on the intake and the exhaust. So, you know, measuring the stuff the way I measure it is bound to have some errors in it. I mean, I'm just using a degree wheel and an old dial indicator. So, I mean, if I'm off by 3, yeah, maybe. But that's basically, seeing that tells me I did, yes, get an HO camshaft. And here are the valve lifts that I measured out at the valve. I didn't calculate this from the lobe lift and the rocker arm ratio. I just measured that directly at the valve. And we got 451 there and 449. So yeah, probably, I'm pretty darn sure I have the HO camshaft. I calculated the overlap at 6 thousandths tappet lift to be 33 degrees and calculated the intake center line at 115 degrees at the tappet. The one more thing I did was I checked the piston to valve clearance. So that's the piston to valve. Oh, I've got those backwards. That's the piston to valve on the exhaust side. And that's the piston to valve on the intake side. And those are fine. And I guess that's all I got for now. Hopefully the next time I see you, we will be having the 302 back on the dyno and ready to try this out. But so hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can get this engine back in there and find out if this HO cam's gonna help us at all. Alright, we'll see you next time.